Hey guys, what's up? I wasn't gonna make this video. In fact, I had no plans to make this video because it's currently 4:47 a.m. And I am pretty tired. I'm also not feeling super good. I streamed for an hour and a half today, and I was gonna stream for longer. Then I decided I just didn't feel good enough to do it. But, but, I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was the Incon's guide to Baba Yaga. And for those of you who don't know, because that's most of you, I do have Baba Yaga Diamond. This diamond skin was earned. I have her rank 10, and I will show you once I'm done here if you care. But if you don't, regardless, I have a problem with that video. Not with the tips and tricks he has, but with the build mostly. I've got some beef with it, honestly, and it kind of triggered me a little bit. And I've been testing around for about an hour now, just trying to double check my own build, which I thought was pretty optimal in comparison with his. And I came to a few realizations about the way I have it built and how to actually get the most power out of Baba Yaga. Because Baba Yaga, for those of you who don't know, is a god that works best from behind, and by that I mean behind the back lines, where all you do is poke all fucking day until you die. I find it very hard to secure kills with, well, not secure, but to 1v1 someone and kill them fully with Baba Yaga, like in a team fight scenario. I guess both of those things are contradictory, but basically, if we're in a fight, like mostly in joust, because that's what I play, I find it very hard to kill someone without the aid of a teammate. I just think Baba Yaga, she doesn't like the damage. I just think her abilities are so unpredictable. It's hard to secure with her, or it's either hard or it's incredibly easy depending on whether or not you get the Y. So I think that building her with the most power is the most optimal, but not just the most power, the most percent penetration, because it's season 7 and flat pen is dead. So really, we're just looking for percent pen, which is it's not gonna help us against non-tanky people, but we have so much power anyway that it doesn't matter what how effective our percent pen is, because we're fucking swinging. And so what I find is that with my build, I do like 720 damage to the Odin bots at like max, at my max everything. Which is pretty good considering that I can do that 4 times if I hit them with the leap. 2 potions, the one once, and then the leap. That's like, it's enough to down basically anyone in the fucking game. I think it could probably even down a mirror of this build with relative ease. So, let's start off in the build order. I rush Warlock Staff. I rush Warlock Staff because it's a really good fucking item. It gives you so many good stats that you just want. Fully stacked, which is easy to do because of passive. When the meter is full, it will give you 19 stacks every time. When that meter is full, 19, no more, no less. And that is a fact. Incon actually did get something wrong involving Karen's coin, specifically involving stuff like Karen's coin and Urchin, wherein they take more of your meter to get a stack out of it. A fully stacked house will give you 2 Karen's coin stacks and 2 Urchin stacks every time. I actually think this might be some kind of issue, because the house gives you 19 staff stacks but 2 Karen's coin stacks. I feel like it should be just shy of 2 Karen's coin stacks. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, maybe these guys are smarter than I am, but regardless, I rush Warlock Staff, and here's why. Tanky. Baba Yaga sucks in a fight. She's kind of fucking bad, but I love her regardless. So how you remedy this is by being hard to hit and by taking a long time to kill. Meaning you're going to throw a million abilities and hopefully hit some of them. Like, that's the goal here. So Warlock Staff is important to get early because it's so much power. It gives you 10% penetration, health, and mana. After that, obviously, we go cooldown boots. Cooldown is very important on Baba Yaga, but I don't actually prioritize cooldown as much as Incon does for some reason. Incon is obsessed with 40% CDR in this god, and his build is made around that, which is, I get it, I do, but honestly, at no point I think I have more than 20% CDR, which is half the cap, and I think that's fine. You know, I really don't think those extra seconds are gonna matter when, you know, you're killing everyone and no one can kill you. But I do still go cooldown boots. Next up is the Karen's coin. Now, Karen's coin is a weird item in Smite right now. You either love it or you hate it. You either build it all the time or you never build it. It's pretty fucking strong. So, and remember that even when Karen's coin is fully stacked, whenever you get a cure assist, it always flips the coin, which can be very fucking cool. So, at base, 80 power, 20% penetration, and 20 MP5. That'll be important later. That's pretty good. 2600, good, debatable whether or not those stats are warranted for the price, but we don't care about the stats it has now. We care about the stats it'll have in a second. Oh, hell yeah, you just saw it, 2 Karen's coins. Full house, 2 Karen coin. Remember that, Incon. Fully stacked. Now, it gives me 8% movement speed and 20 HP and MP5. Those are crazy. Now, we're getting more into the idea of of my Baba Yaga build. I'm very fucking fast and I'm very fucking tanky. And I think that makes Baba Yaga far better. The maneuverability is very important, especially because your 3 gives you a boost of movement as well. So you become like fucking Mercury, and literally people can't aim autos at you. It's literally impossible to catch me when I'm just like, you know, that was a bad example, but you know what I mean, right? I'm very fucking fast. Like, it's a lot. And if I wanted to go movement speed, obviously I could go fucking Travelers and have 30% movement speed. I've actually never tried that. That's actually an interesting thought I just had now.
My magics can be done with sticks and stones, but fancy
yeah. Well, hang on, I gotta wait for the fucking passive to run out. Yeah, that's quite a bit of movement speed, but the reason I'm not considering Travelers is because we're selling the boots later. Hopefully, that's the idea. So back to cooldown boots real quick. So this is really big. The 8% movement speed, I feel, does make a huge fucking difference, and I notice it when I play Baba Yaga. That extra movement speed does help you tremendously in staying safer, especially because your house makes you a sitting fucking duck. And this is my least favorite part about the house. The Fatalis effect is great. I love that. It's kind of funny. But I still think the house is fucking terrible. I still think the house is the worst ability in her kit, and I still think that it needs to give either way more shield or it needs to give her protections or something, because the damage on it's not that great. It's very, like, in a closed environment, the damage on the ultimate is a lot. If you just do the numbers, it's like any other mage ultimate. All the numbers added together are pretty fucking high. But actually confirming that is very difficult, because you're moving, the enemy's moving, your fucking things move, and they're very slow. So unless you're building them with ISO, it's very hard to actually hit them with all the ticks. And Incon did say this best. It's really only good for burning objectives, not securing because it takes too long, but burning. Like, taking the gold fear from 100 to 25, and then securing with her other shit. That's what the ult is really good for. But if you're not playing Conquest, raise his hand, then that doesn't matter, because there's only one of those objectives, and it's really something you only do, like, if you're a hunter anyway. Like, Baba Yaga doesn't really solo that kind of shit. We're very concerned about the movement speed, because that's going to make it harder. That's going to mean that, like, we can just kind of especially with the Fatalis, we can just kind of backpedal and do and just get the fuck out. We can just get the fuck out, and that's what you want it for. You just want like a health shield to help you tank one ability. That's all it's gonna tank, one ability. And then just throw the thing at your feet and just backpedal, 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 and hope they just decide like, all right, geez, I'll fucking kill someone else. Jesus Christ, and that's what you hope they say. Because that's basically her best survivability. Because her 3 is good for damage. You want to use it for damage. After this, Chronos Pendant. This puts us at 30% CDR, which if you're not selling boots, you know that's almost what Incon had, and that's pretty good still. I fucking love Chronos Pendant on this god. 20 extra MP5, which we'll get to later. 100 power, which is again we want a lot of power because we want to poke a lot. And then, of course, the passive on Chronos Pendant, which is probably the best passive of any single item in the game. Every 10 seconds, your ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 across the board. It's really good for spammy gods like Baba. So, after that, the next item is Thoth. The reason I've built in this order is very simple. I do have a reason for why I've done it like this. Warlocks first for the health. Then boots, because of course you have to buy boots. Karen's coin, because this item, depending on how your game is going, can be the hardest to stack because it takes so long in Joust, for example, to build up your house's meter. It takes a while. And so if you're in the fucking house likes to hang out in mid lane or at the edges of the mid lane. So, you'll oftentimes find that you'll accidentally stop one of your house's range and heal yourself instead of stacking with Karen's coin. That's annoying as hell, and I kind of wish you could somehow choose whether or not it would heal you. Like, you could turn it off, like, hey house, don't heal me for a bit, just focus on the stacks. But whatever, I digress. So, I build Karen's coin this early because it's harder to get the stacks. And as the game goes on, you only need an assist to get the stack on the Karen's coin. You don't actually have to get the kill, which again goes back to what I said earlier. Baba has a hard time getting kills, but she can set up kills fairly well, and you can let your teammates get the kill and you still get the Karen's coin stacks. You don't care about getting kills, assists will work just fine. And so I found that building this is good, and then we don't immediately go into the Book of Thoth because we're still stacking the Karen's coin most likely. And because of that, we want the house to build for the Karen's coin. We don't want to distract it with the Book of Thoth. Actually, I believe it wouldn't even stack the Thoth because there's an item in front of it. Like, it's like a queue. I think so. But either way, whether or not both of those are real, that's why we have the Chronos Pendant in between, because it gives us great stats that we want on Baba Yaga anyway, and it gives us time to finish the Karen's coin before going into the Thoth. So, let's stack Thoth real quick. Thoth is great because if you've noticed something, we've got quite a bit of mana in our kit already, which gives us a very, very large power spike. Again, we're going for power and pen. So, that's dope. Now, at this point, my original build would have said go Rod. Just go Rod next. And then you can sell your boots to get, I don't know, a fucking gem or something. I don't know, just to be haha funny. It doesn't matter, you're most likely not going to get to that point anyway. That was my build before Incon's video. Now, as much as I don't like the Incon video, it did give me a lot to think about. Specifically, the item that I was the most interested in was the Soul Gem. Now, I need to take a drink because my mouth is dry. The Soul Gem really interested me. I don't think this item's very good. I kind of don't like it, and I kind of cringe whenever I see someone build it. Because your mileage may vary, because every 4th ability, you gain a stack. Or every ability you gain a stack, and at your 4th stack, you gain healing AoE. And that's cool, I guess? But, like, I don't know if I actually like it on Baba Yaga. She is very spammy, yes, but I'm just not convinced, and Incon's video didn't convince me that it was good. However, he did remind me that I was overlooking an item that I shouldn't have, and that was the infamous Soul Reaver. I have been sleeping on this item all fucking season. I just always forget it exists, but it actually complements the build very well. A lot of power, a lot of mana, and because we have Thoth, mana equals power, and then Pen, and then its passive dealing part of their maximum health as damage, which does fill kind of the niche that Rod filled for us, wherein if they're, you know, below 50 health, 50% health, they get 25% extra damage, which makes you a bit of a tank burner, which is good for a number of reasons. Obviously, tanks suck and you just want to kill them, so Rod was a great item. But Soul Eater actually does the same thing, but a little better in my eyes, because it also has Pen on it. Now, the benefits to having Rod instead of Soul Eater is because we have 100 MP5 with Rod. Literally, you're clear casting. Like, I can use all my abilities and, like, I'll have my max mana back in a fucking couple seconds. That's fucking hilarious. And again, we're gonna get more into this later, but the crazy amount of MP5 this build has means that at end game, you don't need any blue buff. You will always have fucking mana. You literally can't cast fast enough to run out of mana. Literally, you will die before you run out of mana with this fucking kind of build. It's just impossible. You have too much mana and too much MP5, and I find that hilarious. But we'll get back to that in a second. So, I have to be back at the fountain to continue to talk about this. So, selling the Rod. Going back to Soul Reaver, because I think Soul Reaver might actually be better in this instance. It's time to sell your boots. Alright, your game has gone on so long, your team is fucking flaming, that you have enough time to buy Elixir of Speed, and then you have to fill that last item slot. I took so long to figure out what item I wanted for this last item slot. It took me, I went through several iterations, and we can actually talk about those. So at first, I'm thinking about how do I get the most power, and interestingly enough, that's not what I wanted. I wanted mana. I found that with Doom Orb, you can actually get the most power possible. So, at the max stacks, I should have like 900 power, or I believe, if I did this right. I might be missing something. I think I had something else. I don't know. But I was able to get to up to like 905 power by doing this. And that was very interesting. And this also gives you extra movement speed, which, you know... Right, I sold the Karen's coin. Right, hang on. This is how I did it. So I actually sold the Karen's coin, and I got a Typhon's. Because of its crazy mana. Again, because we're translating mana into power. So I believe if we take out this minion wave... No, we're still not there, huh? Fuck, what am I doing wrong? I didn't write this build down because obviously I didn't go with this build. But you get the idea, right? And I decided against that because while it did give me more mana, I found that the actual, like, what I was getting out of it wasn't worth the loss in MP5 and movement speed I was getting from the Karen's coin. And Typhon's Fang's lifesteal wasn't really doing it for me either. It wasn't a really, like, attractive kind of item to buy. What was, though, was Bancroft's Talon. Bancroft's Talon has 150 mana on it, which translates to power. It already has 100 magical power, and it has 15 lifesteal. And of course, I can get 100 additional power when I'm at 500 and something health. 525, I think Google said. So let's go there real quick. Let's let the tower bully us for a moment. Also, shout out to how fucking tanky I am. Look how long I can tank this fucking tower with this build. So, goddamn, the house is gonna heal me. Hang on. Just, you know, the house is gonna heal me. Nope, I still need more. I still need more. House healed me for too much. Okay. So, with that 100 extra power and the lifesteal, what am I really hoping to gain out of this? Well, I'm telling you what. Invincibility. When I heal quite a bit. And I can continue to do this over several waves, minion camps, the house, because I'm done stacking, just whatever the fuck. So, and even against gods too, if I'm still fighting at this point.
Get out of the pen.
Getting a lot of health back with the Bancroft's Town. Now you might be saying, no fucking shit, you absolute dumbass. Of course Bancroft's Town is gonna heal you a bunch. It's literally the whole fuck. Oh, I just cleared that and okay, cool. That was funny. You literally, that's the reason you buy the fucking stupid thing. But and of course you don't buy Bancroft's Town for your last fucking item, you dipshit. Then you're basically not getting anything out of it. But still, the idea here is that if your game is actually going on long enough for you to even worry about selling boots to buying a full item, then, well, first off, who fucking cares? Your game's probably 40 minutes long, and you're probably fucking slamming your head against the desk. But the idea here is being invincible. I have enough MP5 and mana to never run out of mana, and so long as I'm not being stupid, technically I can sustain forever and never have to go back to the base. So, I can literally just do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to go back to the base. And where your other teammates have to go back to the fucking base to heal, you can heal by just fucking farming, and you'll never run out of mana ever, so you can literally heal indefinitely and take all the fucking stuff on the map and get back to full health. In addition to the fact that if you get a kill or assist, not only are you going to be healing off that, obviously, because you're not auto-attacking them down, but your Karen's coin will flip, and you're either going to get movement speed, which will help you rotate to clear fucking camps and shit to heal back up, or it'll just straight up give you 150 health over like a few seconds, but still, who cares? So the idea here is literally becoming invincible. Like, you know, see if I can get the Karen coin to flip.
Now that was a big brain.
Yeah, I got it, yeah. And I'm fucking back up to full health thanks to Karen's coin, the lifesteal, and the house. I'm back up to full health. I didn't use any fucking mana. Like, clearly, I'm clear casting at this point. And I have so much fucking power that I'm just like, I'm literally just destroying everyone. I built, actually, this, oh, I fucking missed that. Yeah, my buildings are actually doing a little less than they did in my testing, but still, it's so much fucking damage.
Which way?
Yeah, that's weird. They are doing less than they were doing in my testing. What the fuck? I wonder if I fucked it up somehow. Regardless, my point here is that this build is very expensive and probably unoptimal, but I still prefer it to Incon's build because I think that this just makes you more useful. It doesn't have as much cooldown reduction, but it does mean that you'll basically be able to do whatever the fuck you want and literally be the witch of the woods by living in the fucking jungle. Granted, Baba Yaga lives in like a forest, but like, same thing. I know the fire giant has like more fucking health and shit in Conquest, but I still think this is kind of impressive on some kind of fucking level. And the more hurt I become, the stronger I get because of the Bancroft's passive. So, in short, is Incon wrong? No. No fucking way is he wrong and I'm right about this, because Incon is probably smarter than I will ever be, and he knows this game better than I ever will. So if you're curious about how to use Baba Yaga, I would recommend Incon's guide before mine in a fucking heartbeat. However, if you're just a casual shitter like me, and you don't play ranked, and you don't give a shit about Conquest, because Hi-Rez doesn't give a shit about Conquest, I think this build is pretty fucking great, and if you get to the point where you can have this version of the build, I think that you'll have fun knowing that literally, unless you're CC'd to fucking hell, that there's nothing that they can do against you. Because literally you can just, you know, bully the fuck out of them. You do immense power and you heal forever. And, you know, it just feels good. It just feels good to never spend mana. I didn't want to spend any mana on abilities anyway. So, with that being said, I hope no one feels personally attacked by this or like I'm trying to shit on Incon. Oh, also, I just want to point out that like I didn't have any red buff or power pots or anything like that, and like my damage could be higher. So just pointing that out. Yeah, I would still go follow Incon's guide, and he gave a great fucking overview of the character and how to use them efficiently. I'm gonna link that guide in the description of this video. Please go watch it and support Incon. You know, he's been around for a long time, and while he's not the most technically skilled player, and while he may be kind of, you know, he's pretty mid-tier as far as Smite players go, I still love the guy, and I find him very charming and entertaining, so I would go watch him. But you probably already know more about Incon than me anyways, so it's not like I have to fucking promote him. But thank you so much for watching, and please comment on this video telling me if there are ways I can improve this build, or you can just tell me how wrong I am about everything, because I already admitted that this is probably wrong, and I'm not doing something right, or I'm overlooking something. But I don't know. In all my time playing Baba Yaga, getting her to diamond, this is what I found to be most effective, and this is what works for me. But I'm always looking to improve, so please let me know, and thank you again for watching.